I'm Leonie and I have a treat for you. Well, actually it's more of a treat for me because I just bought the new 2021 iPad Pro and I'm gonna be unboxing it for you and for me. Mostly for me, let's be honest. So nice. Just went to the store and I've been thinking about buying a new iPad for a million years. Look at it. Oh my god, I'm scared to open it. I'm scared. Should I do it? I'm just gonna do it. I always loved the feeling of the cardboard of Apple products, and a lot of other suppliers have also started using this kind of cardboard, and I love it. Okay. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's so big. Oh my god. It's heavy. I can barely lift it. Oh my god. It's so big. It's enormous. Look back, my pencil. Look at it, it's so tiny. Oh, I saw this online. I'm gonna do this. That's awesome. That's so good. Oh, I lose my pencil so much. I love that. It has that new text smell. Boop, bloop, bloop. So I've been going back and forth on if I want to buy an iPad for, I think, over a year. If I want to buy an iPad Pro. I bought an iPad a few years ago. This cutie. Look at her. This beauty. This beautiful babe. And it's really good. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful. I love it. But as you can see, I hope you can see this on the camera, the size is so different. Because of the huge bezels that this one had, the actual screen real estate is even smaller. And the reason that I've been wanting to upgrade is basically for Procreate. I use Procreate to create art. And although, if you know me, I usually do a lot of traditional art, I also do a lot of digital art. And I've been doing that on my iPad since I've had it. But there are a few problems, and I'm going to show you what. One of the problems is, this is an illustration I've been working on for a while, and luckily, Procreate has this really good feature right now where you can use a reference image, so you don't have to use one of your layers. But if you're looking for the layer and you're looking for something, this is the screen real estate that's left over afterwards. It's not very much. And if you're looking for something that's really particular, like a really small thing, this really gets in the way. And the other thing is this. These are basically the max number of layers that I can use here. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I can use, oh wait, one more layer. That's not very much at all. This didn't used to be a problem when I first started working on digital art, but now that I'm working on it a lot more and I want to use it for creating merch and everything, you want to have documents that are at least 4,000 pixels wide and high, just because you can get a better quality print out of it or better quality merch out of it. And on that size, I was stuck at a maximum of 9 layers. You can imagine that only having a maximum of 9 layers means that you have to be kind of like a layer acrobat. Creating the sketch in one file, duplicating it, starting on another file, doing some of the coloring there, or if there's too many details, doing half of it there and then duplicating it again and then starting over. It's just a really big hassle. That combined with the actual size of the screen, which, I mean, I love the size of this iPad. I love taking it with me. I love how I can hold it in my hands. But for drawing, it's just too small, especially if you want to work on larger projects. So in comes this beauty. No, I don't know. I don't know how to turn it on. Can I turn it on? It's turning on! Oh my god! Oh my god. Hello. Hi. Wow. I'm going to set it up now. Yeah. Sure. It's working! It's working! It's working! Look! It has the kitty on it. Oh my god. Look at her, she's so pretty. It's unreal. It looks like the screen is realer than the world around me. This is nuts. I love it. Look at them side by side. Look at them. Look at that. All right. I re-downloaded Procreate. And let's test some other features. Let's test some music. Okay. That's much better than I was expecting. It sounds really full. I'm surprised at that. Those are really surprisingly good speakers. Let's open Procreate. Okay, let's go for the test, the big test. Let's do a side-by-side one. Okay, gonna open a new canvas on both sides. 48 layers! Look at these difference. Look, look, look. It says 8 layers. 48 layers. Yeah! Yeah, baby! That is awesome! That is awesome! It's restoring a backup of my other iPad on this iPad now, which gives me some time to talk. It took me so long to decide whether or not I wanted to buy another iPad. You see, if you know me, then you know that I've been struggling with pain in my hands and my arms for the last few months. And that means that I haven't been able to draw as much. Yeah? Yeah? That means I haven't been drawing as much. I've been spending a little bit of time here and there, but I usually paint watercolors. And when you do that, you have to sit down for a longer period of time. You have to be able to take the time and at least working out one layer of one color. And that's not always really predictable. Sometimes you have to spend more time on a layer than other times. And because of the pain in my arms, I couldn't really spend a lot of time doing that. I had to make sure that I limited my time. And because of that, I find myself drawn back towards digital art again, because it's much easier to jump in and out of a painting when you're working on a digital piece than when you're working on a traditional piece. I mean, it kept pulling at me, And I've been thinking about this for over a year. I wanted to upgrade then because I already had the trouble where I was running into the limitations of my iPad with Procreate. But I figured I can't afford to spend that money right now, and I don't use it enough to be able to tell myself that it's worth it. And it took me a really long time to get over that hump. And then this year, the new iPad Pro was announced, and I was such a fan. Some friends of mine got it, and I was like, oh, I want one. I want one so bad. But still, in my mind, I kept thinking, but I can't spend that money because I'm not making that money right now, so I can't spend it. I did have the money, technically speaking, both in my business account and in my private savings. I had enough money to be able to afford it, but I couldn't reason with myself why it was okay for me to spend so much money on a purchase that I wasn't sure I was going to be using that much. And then last week I was thinking about it again, and I thought, well, it's something that I've wanted for such a long time, and I do deserve it. And I've been reading up a lot about having a money mindset, and sometimes you have to invest a little bit of money to be able to make that money back. But even without earning money with digital art, I felt like I owed it to myself to allow myself to want things and to have them. I realized that I've been really critical of myself, both in my professional life, but also in my personal life with my health. I'm so critical if I'm doing all the right things to heal, if I'm doing it fast enough, etc. And I think that's a real detriment to my health actually. So I figured that maybe loosening these reins a little bit would help me to actually feel better faster. So basically I bought myself an iPad to feel better. Retail therapy, baby. And yeah, it's here now. There's only one downside to me. There's one thing that I don't like. The color. Besides being absolutely obsessed with the new iPad Pro, I've also been obsessing over the new iMacs because they have color again. And I feel like tech having no color, like having the color options of gray and another gray is just the most ridiculous. It's not even an option. It's not a color. It's just, ugh, I hate it. I hate it. It's actually part of the reason why I didn't want to buy it, but I bought it now. I'll deal with it. I'll learn to love it. That's it, guys. So as you noticed, this wasn't a review of any kind, and maybe I'll be doing a review a little bit in a couple of weeks, just to see how it's been, and so you can learn from what I've learned. And I hope you like it. Okay, bye! I had to buy it. I had to buy it. Even though I had so many reasons for myself why I couldn't buy an iPad, I had to buy it. I can't afford it, I won't use it enough. It'll take 6 weeks to get here. And then I walk into my local computer store and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any iPads? He's like, no, we don't have any here right now. But our supplier can get them here in a day, 1 day. I mean, I had to do it. It was the universe telling me to do it. All of my excuses fell away. So I did it. I love it so much. I love it. I love you too. I love you too. I'm sorry. You're still beautiful.